Get in line for the dopest girl show. The essence will be holding us down. Get in line, women running the world. Wednesday 6:30, let's have a good time. Get in line, free your mind. Let the music help you celebrate life. Get sexy. Get in line, keep it real. Get empowered and inspired to feel.
What's up, me hands? It's your girl, The Essence, right here on the The Essence Show each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So get in line and check us out. I have a full show for you guys, so I hope you guys are ready. Happy June once again. Summer is officially here. I have some sun finally. It's my birthday month, and there's so much going on in the Bronx for our Latinos, for Puerto Rico here in the city. It's been a very exciting month. It's actually my favorite month of the year. But I would love to start it off with a very special guest. He is known as the Executive Managing Director of The Point, which is a non-for-profit organization here in the Bronx where the community and creativity connects. It is dedicated to our youth development, cultural of Hunts Point. And I would like to introduce him the first time to the The Essence Show as Danny from The Point.
What's up? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
How's it going?
Doing well, doing well.
You
Good
look
time of the
good.
year. I'm trying, you know. It's been a long year, but you know, the sun is out, like you said. It's a good time of the year.
beautiful.
It's a great month. June is a great month to celebrate and get the summer kicked off properly. So it's a good time. Sure.
And we have a very special event that takes place every June.
Yeah, and that's the Fish Parade and Summer Festival. And now for the last 16 years now, we've been doing this event for the community and with the community. And essentially it's a parade from one park to the next in Hunts Point.
Okay.
So we go from Hunts Point Riverside to Barreto Point Park and we march up and down, right, on that Saturday, June 15th. And then once we get over there, we have a whole day of festivals. So we have, you know, a basketball tournament with the Parks Department. We have a great stage set up with Nightline Radio. Yeah, a lot of acts coming in. There's going to be some really good talent on that stage. We do raffles. You know, we do like resource sharing. People come out, organizations share their resources, and then we have a lot of people vending as well. And then the people come out.
There's a lot of food.
There's a lot of food involved in that. Yeah, there's always food involved with the Point activities if we're smart. That's what brings people in, honestly, and that's always a good way to build community for sure. Yeah.
And it's a free event.
It's 100% free. Again, we start around 11 marching on the parade, and people can come and sign up. There actually is a prize for the best people that exemplify the theme. Right. And this year's theme is biodiversity from the Bruckner to Barreto Point Park. So it's, again, looking at our community, the animals on down to the people, you know what I'm saying? And looking at how we can connect, like I said, from the Bruckner all the way down to Barreto Point Park. You know?
And Barreto Point Park is a beautiful park. I'm not from that side of town. I am from the Bronx. I was born and raised.
Sure.
But Barreto Park is on the other side, and I went there for 1 year. 1 year, I went to the Fish Parade with Bat and Nightline. When I was part of Nightline, and I absolutely fell in love with the park. I fell in love with the water, the stage right by the water. It was very hilly.
Yeah, the green grass. I mean, it's one of the cleanest, nicest parks you're gonna find, and it's on the waterfront. And there's a great pool there too, called the Floating Lady.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, now the bus comes down there as well, so there's no reason for people not to make it safely.
Floating Lady.
Yeah, it's called the Floating Lady. It is a pool on a barge, which is one of very unique, again, another unique thing from the Bronx.
See, there's good things about the Bronx here.
Everything good about the Bronx, let's be for real.
They always got something to say about us.
Well, you know, that's because people are a little slow, you know what I'm saying? Let's say that. They haven't caught up to it, we know, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So real quick, can you give us some information on the Point, like the foundation of it, what's your goal or mission?
Yeah, definitely.
I've been there a few times myself, and it's very interesting. It's very cultural. It's fun. And there's a restaurant there.
We do have a cafe in the space, amongst other things, So again, you know, our space has been operational now since 1994 officially. So this is actually our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations.
So it's a big year, big year for us here. And essentially our role has been in revitalizing the community, you know. So we work with the community, particularly with a lot of young people, and do leadership work. We do a lot of cultural work, like you mentioned, and then we do a lot of environmental justice work. So we do everything from like after-school programs to, you know, music studios, photography studios, gallery space, culinary art programs, right? And then we do a lot of justice-based work. So Barreto Point Park and things like getting a bus out there and fighting for green spaces, that's a lot of our work as well. And we do that all together, you know? So as a young person, you can come in and learn how to draw and paint and take a picture and also get involved with the community and actually build something and actually create with your hands and and build your community, the way it's supposed to be from within,
So you welcome all ages?
Yeah, we start, I always say, from like 6 to 106, Some programming is for young people primarily, but we do a lot of intergenerational work as well, and a lot of these other pieces, like these parades and stuff like that, again, is for the whole family, really. Yeah,
so let's not get it confused with the Mermaid Parade that's in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, that's
the same day.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the same day this year. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
But that's the rated R one, and we got the PG family one. You know what I'm saying? That's how we say it. Ours is a lot more for celebrating the community. And then essentially it started off as a protest to the Fulton Fish Market coming. And, we were tired of all the trucks coming into our neighborhood.
Right.
Which is a big problem, with the asthma and the breathing in our community.
Right.
So we fought to not have that. It still happened, but in that process we figured out that we can really galvanize people together and really kind of do something to celebrate.
Definitely.
And so we've been celebrating, and now that we have 2 waterfront parks, this is one way of getting people to know the parks were there, and we marched them from one to the other, and it's really a nice day. It really is.
I love that. How long you've been doing this? You personally?
Personally, now, wow, this is probably like my 10th parade I'm organizing.
Wow.
I went to, I didn't go to school for none of this stuff. This is something you learn. Again, you have the will.
Right.
And again, working with great people. GetInLine Radio is one of our great partners, I got to give a shout out to Edgar Vasquez, from the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade as well, who's like my what do you call my parade, I call him the parade whisperer, you know what I mean? Like, he knows how to get people involved with parades, and he has an amazing energy around it. So, so that's what we do. Again, we build off of that, and we bring people in, and it's not just about what the point does, it's what our partners do. So GetInLine Radio, again, the Parks Department, you have groups like the Laundromat Project, you have groups like, Green Workers Co-op is involved with organizing it. So, people get involved, and again, it's not just the point. We lead the conversation, but it's really a group effort. It's really a community effort.
Okay, so that sounds really interesting. So a little bit about you.
A little bit about me.
Yeah, where we grew up.
Well, I was born in the Bronx. Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in the Bronx over there by Fordham, Union Hospital. Used to be Union Hospital a long time ago. But I was raised in Inwood, uptown, 207, off the 1 train. But I've lived in the Bronx. I went to high school in the Bronx. I went to Mount St. Michael Academy in the 90s and came out here again in the 2000s. Yeah. Don't want no problems. I don't know what that means, but I don't want no problems.
Good.
All right, okay.
St. Michael's and Hayes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I wasn't part of that. I was the nerd in the corner, looking out for my future. You know what I'm saying? No, let me stop. But yeah, but actually I found the point because I was an artist and I was looking for a space to learn black and white photography. Okay. And I went there about 17 years ago to learn. Went to International Center of Photography. They have a darkroom there. And so I went in there and I learned how to, this thing called concern photography and how to use a camera to support the community and tell stories from within. And so I've been there ever since. Yeah.
So what's the future? What's the future holding?
Wow. Well, the first thing we really got to secure, we got to secure our neighborhood from displacement and gentrification, and really kind of look at what are the things that lead people to be displaced, And a lot of that is ownership, If you don't own the spaces you live in or work in, then of course there's a chance that you won't be there, the way the economy works. So for us, we're thinking about how do we own things like infrastructure. So we're thinking about things like, the energy community shared solar, which people should look up. It's an idea where, again, the community generates energy, solar energy, and then they put it back into the grid and they own it, and they actually can get paid for it,
Yeah.
So there's these ideas that we have where we want to really start to kind of flip the dynamics and who's poor and who's rich. And we know that our people are very rich in culture, and what else can we be rich in? And thinking that way as opposed to just thinking deficit and how do we get over on people. Really, how do we really build up this community and really take it to another level? And we know that Hunts Point is a space where unique things happen, Hip hop was born there, the urban farming happens there again. We have an amazing waterfront. All the food comes out of there. There's a real richness.
We're trying so hard as a community to improve it.
Yeah,
to
and we
make
have.
it more welcoming.
And we have, there's a lot of murals in the neighborhood. There's a lot of green spaces now that didn't exist before. And again, we work with the politicians. We work with everybody, the school, young people, like I said, the families. And we really try to listen to what people really need and really work on it. And easier said than done. Yeah. But again, we really do believe in our mission,
I love it. Yeah. I have to have you back.
Please, anytime. Yes. You got to come visit us over there and come have some lunch.
I do, because the lunch is great over
there.
there.
You know it is. That's what I'm saying.
And you even got stage over there as
well.
And
we have a theater. Again, we have a lot of unique spaces. We have a dance studio that most people, again, it's hard to find. We have an amazing theater and a theater company. Again, we do a lot of farming too, so we do a lot of urban farming in the neighborhood, which is important to us as well. So all of it works together. And again, this time of the year, we have the Fish Parade coming up, but before that, we have, our final showcase for the circus program and our visual arts program that is also going to have an exhibit coming up this week, and it'll live through the summer. So, just check us out.
Okay.
thepoint.org, If you go, hashtag the Point CDC,
Yeah.
or you can find us again Instagram, Facebook, all of those kinds of spaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give some details for the Fish Parade this weekend.
Sure. So June 15th.
next weekend,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, June 15th. We start, like I said, we start together around 10 o'clock, and we start marching from Hunts Point Riverside Park, and then we get to Barreto by 11. And by 11:30 or so, the basketball tournament's kicking off, and the stage is kicking off, and the resources are kicking off. And we actually have a trolley that takes people from the park back to the buses and to the trains, which is a little bit of a mile up. And and again, it's totally free. A lot of free items, a lot of great free raffles and giveaways. And
I hear there's some interesting people that are going to be there performing.
there's always some good people performing.
You want to give out any names?
I can throw out some names. I don't want to, I don't want to jump the gun, but La Bruja's going to be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which is amazing, right? Again, a big part of the Point history for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
She's been involved with us for many years. We have Enzo Taves, who's actually one of our staff members, but he's also an amazing bachatero as well. So he's going to be performing. So again, we have, and an EC. EC, I can't forget EC, right?
You can never
He's
forget.
like the voice of Hunts Point Summer Festival.
Let me tell you, when he sings against that breeze off the water,
yes.
Oh, it's like heaven sent.
Nah, he is one of the best. And every year we've had him actually back, like maybe almost 10 years
We
now.
have to.
You have to, because he's the best guy on that stage, honestly. So,
definitely.
So,
Thank you so much, Danny,
thank
for
you,
being
D-Essence.
here.
Yeah.
I hope to have you here again.
Sure, let
Best
us know.
wishes with the Point and the future of it and the Fish Parade. I plan to hopefully be there.
Come by, say what's up.
Definitely.
Yeah, we get a chance. Wonderful, thank you.
We'll be right back right here on the D.S. Show with my next guest. Stay tuned. Nice. Good stuff.
Cool.
Very fast.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Always. We got to take a picture.
Okay, cool.
Then there's going to be a break.
Peace and blessings, King and Queens. The King
Dion.
Amadeus, multi-platinum bad boy, hip producer, Trey Songz, music director, tour drummer. I'm here with the Queen, the one and only, The Essence Show. If you're not in line, you better get in line. You heard me? King Amadeus, platinum producer.
What's going on, peoples? My name is Victor Almanzar, your favorite actor from Power Empire 1155. Yo, y'all need to get in line. The Essence Show.
Hi, I'm Raquel Sharper. I'm here at GetInLine, the D-Essence Show, with all the fabulousness. Right down, boogie down.
Hi, I'm Walter Tucker. I am the founder of Live the Biz, which is America's leading music education organization for music executives and artists. I am here on the Essence Show, so make sure y'all get in line.
What's going on? I'm your mother's uncle. Hopefully you get back from the laundromat. I'm over here at The Essence Show. Hashtag get online. Tattoo on the back of your aunt's neck. I'm Destroy once again for all you little kids who didn't finish school.
Yo, this is Chris Rivers, Dragons Up, straight from the Bronx, New York. You know we at The Essence Show, so all y'all better get in line.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ron Morel, Calle Fuego, Carlos, and it's The Essence Show. Get in line.
Hello, I'm Damaris Oliveras, founder of Island Life Kitchen. You can find organic, clean, vegetarian, and vegan options for all of your needs. I create island food in a healthy way. Please follow me, islandlifekitchen.com.
Dímelo, mi gente. It is your girl, La Loca from Radio 1039, holding down middays from 10 to 3. I'm on the D-Essence Show. Hashtag get along me.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sue Fearless, and I'm here on the D-Essence Show. We had a great show today, and she just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know to get in line.
Yo, what up? It's that kid, Kevin Rivera, a.k.a. B-Boy or Fly Tito. And I'm here with Miss D-Essence, and she told me to tell you to get in line.
Hey, Mike Massive, and you are now rocking with D-Essence. Don't skip the line. Get in line. Y'all already
This
know
is Candela, the voice of Latin America, and we chilling on the D-Essence Show. You know what's good. You have to definitely get in line. Que bonita bandera, que bonita.
This is the young executive Carl Michelle.
And I go by the name of Sniping the Magnet Cherry.
And your boy Money Marv. We are the producers of the Youth Empowerment Show. Get in line.
Nos fuimos. It's Goody, Sound Carter, Soundboy Carter Gina, the hip hop Hibaro, here at the Essence Show. Get in line. Nos fuimos.
Peace, this is Grandmaster Cash. You're on the D-Essence Show. Stay in line, baby.
Yo, this is Scott Rock Jr. kicking it here on the D-Essence Show on BronxNet from the Bronx. So I'm setting that Bronx tone. You know the vibes, man.
He needs to be my hype man.
No, I got the mic. Yeah.
That's right. I'm sitting on my mic.
Is this
here?
Hi, I'm A.R. Garcia, writer, actor, director, producer. Get in line.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy June Archer here at The Essence Show. Listen, I need you to get in line. When I say get in line, I need you to get your mind right, get your heart right, get your community right, and make sure that you're making an impact for those around you and those globally when you have the opportunity to touch them. So listen, here at the The Essence Show, she says get in line, so I'm supporting that. This is June Archer, get in line.
Doing the Puerto Rican parade boat ride.
Production truly screamed at the essence. They better get in line like right now. Anyway, welcome back. We're here at the Essence Show. Last segment, we just had a very special guest from The Point, Executive Managing Director, Danny. That's how we're going to keep it, Danny. But right now, I have an industry friend with me that we kind of go back about maybe 3-4 years already.
Way more than that.
No, it's been like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, fine.
We've interviewed a couple of times on Nightline Radio.
Twice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And I've watched his, I can't stay serious with you. I watched your journey grow a lot.
Thank you.
A lot.
Likewise, I have too.
Yeah.
I have as well.
It's something, right?
It's very beautiful. Do you remember when we first met?
I remember the first time I saw you was on Soundboy's video shoot.
That's when we first met. There you go.
But the first official time was at Casa Lounge.
Was it
you
really?
met my mother and fell in love with my mother.
Really?
Yes, kissed her hand y todo, all of
I
that.
did. You know what? Listen, apple
You
and
started
tree.
calling her mother-in-law.
Apple and tree. See that? Apple and tree. There you go.
Silly one.
If you're a beautiful woman, then that's a beautiful tree.
Well, I had the funny Latino sitting here with us, Roman S. Thank you for being here on the Essence Show in a new location.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy to have you. I'm so proud of you.
It feels like the summer landed on us. My goodness, the colors are awesome. I just
Aren't
love
they?
it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I love it too.
You're like a beautiful color of bronze and
I am.
radiant
I just came back from
gold.
vacation. I feel good.
Nice.
Yeah, what's going
Nice.
on?
Working hard.
Yeah,
working
I
hard
see.
and finally making it to the Essence Show.
Yeah,
see?
you sent me 10 flyers of events that you're doing.
I did. I'm like, yo, please, at least one. Book me for one of them. You know, I'm working hard.
Yeah, you have June 6th. Well, you had June 6th. You had June 7th, the boat ride. That
Sold out.
I
Yeah.
couldn't even get on there for my birthday, but it's all right.
You called me, I'd have snuck you
I
in.
know.
I'd thrown you like a little lifesaver and just
Reeled me in.
brought you in. Yeah, un poquito mojada, but whatever. You
It's
know,
all right.
you'd have been
I'm going to
good.
dry it off.
Yeah.
And then June 15th.
The 4th comedy album.
The 4th. Did I host the 1st or the 2nd?
You actually hosted the 3rd.
The 3rd. Oh, the 3rd?
It was the 3rd, yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
You know what? I'll say by far.
You stuck me in an environment that was not mine.
And I know I had to
was like,
convince
let's do
you.
it.
I had to convince you. You were like,
great.
I'm really not a comedian. I'm like, you don't really have to do comedy.
I
you know,
didn't, but they
you were
laughed at me
just
anyway.
charmingly you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, and it's been great. Thank you so much
You
for
too,
real.
love.
Thank you.
So what's
Thank
going
you.
on with the 4th comedy album?
So the 4th comedy album is a fresh approach on the material that I feel most comfortable doing. And my material is considered to be familial, like, family comedy. Yeah, like my comedy, I'm not a raunchy comedian. I can get a little raunchy, but I always aim to please all ages.
Okay.
One of the things that I would love to be able to revive somehow is being like the Mr. Rogers of Latino comedy. Like I can read a bedtime story that's funny for the kids, and Abuela's gonna love it too because I'm knocking out the little ones, and the parents are gonna love it. And that's my whole thing. So when I do my stand-up, I am always focusing on aspects of family living, more so focused on being a Latino from the Bronx. And this time around, the 4th album is called Spanglish by Nature, because I think the phenomena that us Latinos we own and we don't embrace enough is Spanglish, because it's part of our everyday.
It is.
So the interesting thing is I'm gonna have a beautiful audience before me that contextually may not speak the language Spanish, but if I put the jokes in perspective, they will understand what that Spanish word meant. So it would be like a combination of Plaza Sésamo, which is Sesame Street, you know what I mean, and hanging with the Homeboys, which was one of my favorite John Leguizamo movies. So it's gonna be it's something that I definitely know I've always had in me, and I'm gonna present it, as best as I can. And I'm taking that show as well to California and to Texas.
Oh, now we went to, was it Ecuador
We went to Ecuador.
How was that?
Ecuador was
That was a
fantastic.
big deal
It was a
for
great
you.
opportunity. Yes,
Yeah.
I hosted a music festival that honestly there's so much footage behind it, and it was hitting the ground running. So like everything that you can imagine can go wrong in a third world country does, but the show had to go on. Okay. Just to give you a quick example, there was an event that was taking place 8 hours from the hotel. 8 hours from the airport. So funny enough, you're landing and everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to get to where the event is. Where's the event? It's 8 hours from here. How are we getting there? Are we flying there? I'm like, how do we fly in 8 hours, right? That means you're going to a whole other country.
Yeah.
We had to drive. We had to go from a cab to a bus, that bus to a cab, and that cab to another bus. But it was one of the most beautiful experiences because we drove, like my family is from Colombia and Ecuador, you know, and I do not know what the country has. I know what the main city has. I've been there many times, you know, but that trip that I took to a section called Atacames and Esmeraldas, which means emeralds. It's actually called the Emerald City for the simple fact that everything there is green, and it's because it's forestry. The buildings respect the forestry. So you have like these glamorous looking buildings in the middle of the rainforest. And they have the streets paved beautifully. So you're walking in the rainforest, but it's city-like. It is. I was so...
I'm just concerned about the animals.
Guess what?
What?
Listen, they respect. Listen, they respect you if you respect them. You see how you see pigeons in New York City? Out there you see iguanas. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. And they're walking around, they're chilling. And it's like, you're like, oh my goodness, what is that? That's a beautiful prop. And then you realize that it moves. You're like, wow, it's not a prop. It's not a prop. You know, and yeah, so cool. And the birds, they sing to you so beautifully.
So it was an experience then.
It was a beautiful experience.
Thank goodness for that. 8 hours. It better be.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It helped me re-fall in love with life. I'll say that.
Very nice.
Yes.
Ever think about moving out there? Is it somewhere you would want to live?
I would love to live. If I were to move out there, it would definitely be Esmeraldas because I'm all about nature. Believe it or not, I love nature. I do not like camping.
Okay.
Which is funny, but I respect nature. I love nature. So I don't know. Rainforest and camping to me are two different things. I'm adventurous like that. So
you're a dad.
You're a dad.
An amazing daddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's the month of fathers.
It is Father's Day.
I mean, it should be the month of fathers all the time for the real daddies out there.
And mothers. We got to celebrate the moms. You can't be a dad. You can't be a dad without a mommy.
But there's a lot of dads out there that are raising children by themselves too.
True.
And you guys should be acknowledged.
Thank you.
How's your son now? He's
my
beautiful.
son is now. Thank you so very much. My son is now 14 years old, and there isn't a single day that goes by that he does not impress me and make me the proudest father that I can be. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is it to be doing, comedy and then fatherhood? Do you do some skits, bringing both of that in? Both worlds?
I do integrate fatherhood into my comedy because it's a role that I naturally embrace and a badge that I proudly wear. So I don't even have to tell a joke. I just have to talk about being a dad, and that's something that
You're so close with him.
a lot of children embrace that. His friends actually watch my YouTube stuff. That's why I gotta also make sure I'm not that raunchy.
Right.
You know, and his friends watch all my Instagram stuff. So, you know, I everything you see on my social media is really me. It's me. I'm a father. I'm a performer. I'm an employee of a regular job. I'm a son. I'm a brother, and I'm a proud man, Latino from the Bronx. So that's what you see.
And I saw something like we're dating.
Yes. Yes.
Who's this young lady? I haven't met her.
Okay, well.
I was a little sad by all of this.
All right, well, I had to take my glasses off, you know, because you're going to make me hot
I
now.
wanted to like hit you up and be like, what is that?
But it's cool. You know what it
What's
is?
going on
I started a relationship with a young lady whom, funny enough, is connected to my family in the sense that our families know one another.
Interesting. So she's been there all this time.
And we actually met when we were children. We met when we were little kids. We were at a sweet 16, actually a quinceañera. That's how Latino it was, a real quinceañera. And she was the little girl that dressed up like the birthday girl.
Right.
You know, like they have the quinceañera.
Like a Lucky Charm.
The Lucky Charm, yeah. So she was the baby birthday girl.
Okay.
You know, the mini version of the birthday girl. And I happen to be the caballero of the birthday girl.
Oh, how sweet is that?
So there's a picture that exists. There's a series of pictures that exist of her in the same picture
you need
with
to send me. That so I can put it on the show.
You guess where is that picture? That picture is on a wall. And when I first met this girl's mom, you know, this girl's mom's a very beautiful Bronx woman, proud Puerto Rican woman, from Arroyo. So shout out to the people from Arroyo, Puerto Rico.
Nice.
And this lady is an educator. So there is not a single boring conversation with her. She's such a smart human being. And she tells me, she goes, I want to display to you who my daughter is. I want to show you who it is that, you know, you're being allowed to spend time with, you know, like, and I respect that. I like that, you know what I mean? So I walk with her. She shows me this beautiful picture on the wall, and she shows me this beautifully smiling child in this beautiful dress. She looked like the actual muñequita. She looked like the actual, you know, centerpiece that goes on a table or on the cake, you know what I mean? And the crazy part is she's like, this is my daughter. And I'm like, and how long have you had this picture? And she goes, I've had this picture, goodness, it's been like over 20 years. And I'm like, really? So if you look a little closer, that guy with the glasses, that's me. So I've been on this wall in your home for 20 years. And now I look forward to putting more pictures of her and I up.
That. So
And
how long have you been dating for?
We will be making a year in July.
Interesting.
In July, yes.
All right. I guess I wish you good luck then.
Thank
of course,
you.
I wish you good
Thank
luck.
you.
I
Thank
love
you so
Roman.
much. I love you too.
I always
Misty.
wish you happiness.
Thank you so
I was
much.
just like, what happened?
Well, things grow apart and, you know, mature in a certain direction, and then eventually things re-sprout.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I love gardening. I love planting.
Yeah.
And one thing I say is I never give up. A stem dries, and that stem may be, you know, your heart or an emotion or whatever. But just because it's dry doesn't mean that it's dead. You just got to give it time to heal.
Yeah.
And you have to put it in its proper element. You know, nourish it, and you will see that from that dry stem, you will sprout, you know, a vine. And who knows how long that vine will grow.
I love that. So what do
Thank
we
you.
have coming up after June 15th?
So after June 15th, I will be on a Father's Day special stand-up comedy show in Yonkers at the Ridge Hill Mall. And I'm going to be opening up for the #1 Latino comic that does stand-up in Spanish.
Is that the Ha?
Yes.
Okay.
And that comedian is Carlos Sanchez. So un aplauso a Carlos Sanchez y toda la gente de la República Dominicana. I get an honor to work with him again, and that to me is big. And then past that, there is right now talks about the New York Comedy Festival integrating a Spanish portion, Spanish comedy, not Latino. See, there's one thing. There have been Latinos doing comedy since day one.
Right.
And that's not a major thing. You know, it's beautiful that we're now coming together and making moves and using our native tongue, Spanish, to deliver our comedy.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing to do it in English than it is to do in Spanish. So, you know, shows like, you know, Rompiendo el Muro, shows like El Cavernícola, shows like Barrio Comedy, you know, those people focus on expanding and expounding Latino stand-up comedy en español. And I get a chance to work with 9 stand-up comics. I'm the 10th one, and all of them have had HBO Latino specials. So I don't know where it goes next for me, but the fact that they have all done it, then this means I'm climbing the right ladder.
Definitely. I wish you the best of luck. Let the viewers know where they can find you.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, thank you so very much, everyone, for watching the Essence Show. And thank you, The Essence, for having me.
Of course. All
You
the
can
time.
find me on social media. All you have to do is put the hashtag #TheFunnyLatino in one word, and you will find all my stuff. Everything I do comes hashtag from the Bronx with love, because hashtag Yo Soy Latino, hashtag Yo Soy del Bronx. Okay? So follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, all that, Twitter. I'm
He's all
still
over
on
the
there
place.
at The Funny Latino, and see you for hashtag Spanglish by Nature.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my
Roman,
love.
you.
Love you too,
Best
Mama.
wishes always.
Thank you.
And there you have it, Roman S., the funny Latino. Please check him out and see tickets to the show.
It's a free show.
Oh, even better.
I
At
don't,
Lorraine's,
I don't,
right?
I don't charge. Yeah, I don't charge for my
Look at
shows in the
that.
Bronx. You come on out for
Lorraine's
free.
got some good food and some
Lorraine's
good
got
music.
some good food, and Lorraine's is actually la última cuna de la salsa en el Bronx. So, así que la gente que me conocen saben que yo soy salsero, a mí me encanta la salsa, y por eso es que yo estoy haciendo este cuarto disco de comedia, lo estoy haciendo en vivo desde Lorraine's en el Bronx. Y de ahí vamos a ver dónde grabamos próximamente. Maybe the Apollo,
Yes, yes.
Maybe Radio
From
City
here
Music
to
Hall.
God's ears.
That's right, and D Essence is gonna be hosting it.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm going.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're going with this. So thank you, the Bronx.
Yes, thank you. We'll be right back with Cristion Dior. Stay tuned, you guys do not want to miss it.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
And we're back. You just saw Roman S, the funny Latino, sitting here with me, giving you a little bit of an update on what's coming on in his journey. But right now, I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. He's part of my daily playlist. I love the album. I love it. I love his voice. I love the swag. I love the whole Latino from the Heights. I just love all of it. The name, I just love it.
What's going on?
And I've been dying to have him on, and he's finally here with me. Mr. Cristion Dior is here.
What's going on? What's
Good,
going on?
good.
How you feeling?
I'm great.
You're
I'm
great?
happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the invite. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you for your management working good with me.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's
Yeah.
incredible. Seriously, he's incredible. No, I'm having a great time. Thank you so much for the invite.
You have a lot going on.
A little busy.
Yeah.
A little busy lately.
We're just coming back from Miami.
Yes, I was just in Miami shooting a video for my first single.
Mm-hmm.
After I just signed to a record label, so I guess I'm excited for
What's
this.
the name of the first single?
It's called Cocaína.
Who's it featuring?
Fat Joe and De La Ghetto.
Nice. And where's the suntan? You in Miami living it up.
You know what? This is what happens. You get to New York for like 3 days and then you lose everything.
I haven't lost nothing.
Oh, that's you. You was on vacation.
I was on vacation. He was working. I'm sorry.
I was on vacation. I wasn't in the sun as much as you. No, but it's been great. Miami was good to us. We got to shoot the video. Fat Joe came out. De La Ghetto flew in from, I think it was Puerto Rico, DR.
Beautiful.
It was a beautiful experience. Beautiful, beautiful. It came out really good. Directed by G-Town from the Bronx. He's amazing. He's been working with me for like 7 to 8 years. So, you know what I mean? It's great. It's great. I was able to knock that out. So I'm just waiting on the product now. I want to see what it looks like. I'm excited like everybody else. I've been posting pictures for like the last week.
Yes, you have.
Like the last week of it.
Looking very Miami-ish.
Very Miami-ish, very floral.
Yes.
Very everything.
I love it. It kind of brings that out of you when you're over there.
Yeah, it does though. It was good. It was preference.
So you're not new to this game at all?
No, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
So we've worked with a couple of people, right?
Yes.
Fat Joe, French Montana, Tory Lanez, much more.
Yeah, John Legend, Consequence, Young and May, Rat Cafe, Mano. There's a bunch of people.
I love it.
A bunch of people.
When did this all start for you?
Recording, as a recording artist,
Mhm.
I want to say about 10 years now, like 2009. Recording artist, about 10 years,
Mhm.
but it was a process because I was in and out. Like it was kind of like, oh, this is cool, I'm good, but do I keep pushing forward? Do I move forward with this? And I was able to open a couple of doors for myself with my team and everything, and I caught a couple good breaks, but then the other things slowed me up. I was kind of like in my own way. I was in my own way for a little bit, and but I've been doing it for a little bit. I've been enjoying it. And then now I actually caught the break. Like, you know how you actually get that break? It's like that break. So
yeah, it's your time.
I caught a break, and it's been a good ride. It's a lot of work, but it's been a good ride. I think all those 10 years didn't mean anything because now it's like another 10 years of extra work.
It meant a lot because it got you to here.
It did.
But those were like the baby steps of 10 years?
Yeah, that you get it because now it's like brand new. Like I'm brand new to you.
Yeah.
Like I just listened to the album and like it's so new to you. But to me, it's like wow. Now there's a whole new chapter of this.
It is.
But I'm blessed. I'm super blessed.
I've
I'm
heard
super
the name before and I've heard you before.
Mhm.
But actually, I don't know. I saw you freestyle in your car one day, and I was just, oh, he's so dope, and he's good looking. Let me see what he's about.
Yeah.
And then I downloaded the album, and it was like instantly, like every single day I turn it on. I've sent you pictures.
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. No. I think the transition has come from back then. I think we're in a time right now where it's okay to be so Latino.
Yeah.
In hip hop, you get what I mean? At the time, it was cool, but it wasn't as cool. Like I used to rap like the Moreno, so it'd be like he's too black for the Spanish people, too Spanish for the black people.
I get that a lot on the show.
And I used to get that all the time, and you know me, I always based it on my talent. I never based it on anything else. I never was like, oh, it's because of this. It's because I never blamed anything but the circumstances of whatever I was facing at the time. But luckily, I was able to work with everybody, and everybody that I worked with wanted to work with me. It wasn't like, oh, by the way, I got some money for you. Or by the way, everybody kind of just wanted to work every time I was in there.
That's a blessing in disguise right there.
Yeah, I never had to pay anybody for any of that stuff, and it was just love, you know, man. And that's why I appreciate the situation I'm in, and the situation I'm in now.
So tell me a little bit about you, like where you get the name from.
Okay.
Where you grew up at.
All right, so I'm from Harlem, New York, Washington Heights. I was born there, born and raised there. I got the name Cristion Dior. I was actually doing a freestyle to something, and there was another artist in the studio. And at the beginning of the verse, I had said something about Cristion Dior, and he was like, "Isn't your name Cristion de Jesus? Isn't it like almost the same shit?" And I was like, "Oh yes." And I was like, he was like, "That's gonna be your name, Cristion Dior." I was
like, so it actually is your first name.
Yeah, my name is Cristion de Jesus Tejada. That's my full name. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. So I ended up getting the name, and I worked on music, and things were going good. I didn't get as much exposure till about the time I started putting more Spanish words into my music.
Right, because some verses you've done is bilingual.
Bilingual, yeah, they're very bilingual. And I caught a different kind of fan base from it, and then I found a lane that worked for me. It's kind of what he was saying earlier about the Spanglish and the stuff. Like, I found the lane that worked for me doing it, and then it hit. For some reason, doing these remixes, and I was remixing a lot of records. Like, I would go in, whatever the hottest song was out, I would go and do that.
That's how I remember you.
Shout out to DJ Cass. Thank you for the advice.
Love that.
Yeah, Cass gave me some advice one day, and he was working on like some like apps, like DJ Lobo's app. He was doing mixes and stuff, and he was like, "Man, you should give me a freestyle, and you should do some Spanish words in it, because my fan base is like in Spanish." And I'm like, "All right, cool. Like I'll do that." I did it, and we caught over like 1 million downloads in a week.
Wow.
And then from there, that's when I started going like in a little more, and then. Throughout the process, I found out the toxic happiness stuff. That's a whole different section of my music. And
can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
Who is this girl who has hurt you? Every time I listen to the album, I'm like, who is she?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, who hurt him so bad?
It's crazy.
Because it's so transparent, it's honest. It's real.
Yes. By the way, Toxic Happiness 1 and 2 available everywhere.
Please download it.
Yeah.
Her voice, Brianna, right?
Brianna Marin's amazing.
Oh my God, her voice is to die for.
No, she's amazing. I think.
And one more thing, your chemistry with her. It's like you guys need to just really like team, keep her around.
No, she's good. She's good. We're not going nowhere. We're actually working on part 3 right now.
Awesome, I can't wait.
So what happens there was I was going through relationship problems, and then good and bad stuff, and I went away. For those who don't know, I went to prison for a little while. I took a little break, and when I got out, I was dealing with so many emotions and like the transition. I was about to get signed before I went to jail. Then I ended up losing the deal, go to jail. Wow. Now I'm in jail, going through all this stuff, and I'm going through like all kind of crazy emotions. I get out, and then I was banking on relationships and this, that, and third, and then I just started going through it. So sometime I got out September. Yeah, so sometime I got out in September. By December, I finished the album, and everything was kind of like what I was going through, the first one. And I want to say it was Crossfire, the song that ended up doing like the 50 Shades of Grey was on the thing. That I ended up doing the trailer for it, and that song went. And then that's when I realized, wow, look at this fan base of the heartbreak stuff. Because usually, I rap. I'm like a rapper.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about it.
Yeah, so that becomes successful, in a sense, and then it gives me a whole different fan base. Yeah. Then that opens up, and now we're where we're just working throughout the year, and I'm like turning down Love and Hip Hop, and I'm doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And right there, I was like, it's time to record part 2, which is. It's everybody's favorite. Like out of the first one you hear it, but that second one is like
it's a seller.
Yeah, so
it is.
We started recording it, and it was amazing. It was just kind of like it was a process. I remember telling Mario halfway through it, like, this might be money. Like, this might be this might be part of the legacy. So it was exciting recording it. It's also stressful recording it because you got to go and relive these situations. You got to go through those personal situations. And the girl might be you, might be somebody. You just never know who that is. But thank her.
Because she made
this it's crazy because I've never been a bitter person, and
you're not bitter in your
lyrics either. No.
It's just
never.
very truthful.
Because
you do accountability too for your own actions.
Yeah, of course, and it's also because it's growth.
Yeah.
Like I looked at those situations and they could have played that way different. But when you're writing this music and when you're like going through it, you have to really look at both sides.
Right.
Is your side my side and the truth?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I have to bank on the best sides that I can on, and lean on that while I'm writing it. So it was great. I think the process is great. Right now I'm working on 3. It's a little different, but it's the essence of what it was.
Okay.
It's the essence of what it was. So I think I'm excited. I was excited for it. It came out at a time where the day that it came out, I had just got signed, and.
Wasn't it like Valentine's Day week or something like that?
What happens is I dropped the first one on Valentine's last year.
Okay.
Dropped the second one on Valentine's this year.
So
next
that's your
year.
thing.
Yeah, so next year Valentine you'll get the other one. Hopefully nobody keeps breaking my heart, so I don't have to do 10 of these.
Not like seriously.
I need to settle
like,
down. Sometimes I gotta
she?
say, no.
Who hurt him?
No, but it's true. Like we all go through it. I think the fact that I show that I'm vulnerable is what they connect to, because a lot of times people, we're tough with guys.
Yeah, I love it.
You got what I mean? Like, but no, for the most part, it's a great series of music.
What do you? Well, because that's music now. What do you feel about the dating? Are you dating?
I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm enjoying myself.
You're trouble.
No, trouble. No, nowhere near. No trouble. No, but right now I'm so focused on what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to just drag somebody.
Okay.
Understood. Along throughout the process. But I'm in a good situation.
Good.
I'm in a good situation. I'm in a good
Hopefully
place.
it brings something out for the next album. Well, the EP, I should say.
Well,
right?
I just hope it's not so much heartbreak.
Yeah, no,
but I
think
right now we're growing and people are watching it. And I think that what people experience and what I'm experiencing at the same time because of social media, like that back then it wasn't that. We never saw what happened with Pun when Pun blew. We never got to see it. We got to hear it.
Yeah.
And then now you watch it. So I'm excited for this whole process.
To see everybody's journey and really appreciate what's been taking place.
Yeah, and I think right now we're in a good place for it.
So you have 2 recent singles, Playboy.
Yeah. Playboy, yes.
Which brings me back to Biggie's video.
Yeah, because I actually had the jersey on from Juicy. It was crazy. I had told Mario, I was like, I'm not wearing this jersey till I shoot that video because I wanted to shoot it in my hood. Like I wanted to shoot it. Playboy was something that I did to separate from all the girl records. I had just dropped the Selena Late at Night.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago, and these things are
Rock the Boat.
The Rock the Boat as well.
I love it.
You like Rock? Yeah.
Yes.
Get Rock the Boat, please. It's with the Aaliyah sample.
I don't know. You sound very good on samples too. If that could be. I mean, it might.
It might be a thing. It might be a thing. But I grew up with like Dipset, like listening to Dipset. Yeah. So usually that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
No, but I dropped the Late at Night, which is an amazing record I was holding for a little bit, and then I dropped Playboy. And the reason I was dropping these records because I'm getting ready to drop Cocaina.
Right.
And I'm not allowed after that to like release anything for a while. So then we're like scrambling, like let's get rid of these. Yeah, let's get rid of these records. But Playboy, I was excited to shoot. It was a really dope experience, and it gives people that the essence from when it was cool to rap the way I rap, because the culture has changed. You know what I mean? It has changed, and I respect everybody for what they're doing, their own lane. We're definitely got to grow with it, but that was that for me. You get it? So what I did was it was like, okay, let me use some of this 50 Cent old hook, and let me go in there and do Playboy and just bar it up.
It's so reminiscent. It's kind of what we need right now.
And then the Late at Night was, people were so used to hearing the heartbreak, there was like, where's the appreciation record for the girls? Like, who do you like? Do you even like anybody at this moment? Like, do you think of somebody at this point? You know what I mean? And it was good. I think those are good. Got another one right before we go into Cocaina, but everything's just building up for that one record. And it's kind of, it's nerve-wracking
Of course it is. It's exciting.
Yeah, and I'm like anxious. I'm just like, I just spoke to Fat Joe a little while ago, and he's like, "You're good, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Oh, excuse me. No, I'm not.
We'll bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. No, I'm not effing good yet.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm waiting on this video and I'm waiting on these things. So.
Did you have a lot of fun shooting it?
Oh my God, those people are amazing. They made me feel so comfortable. You gotta understand, you got two of the biggest artists,
Yeah.
and two of the biggest Latin artists in the world on that record, and
that I assume you grew up listening to as well, right?
yes, both of them, and it's crazy because they gave me so much comfort in what I was doing, and they gave me so much support in what I was doing, and
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I got to chop it up and listen to their stories and how it was for them when somebody else got on their record.
Yeah.
Like when they first got their, their big feature on it. So it was cool. Like it was a dope experience. I'm excited to see how people react to it.
I can't wait.
I'm excited to see it.
I can't wait. What's in the future?
All right, so right now, Puerto Rican Day Festival I have this weekend coming up. Then after that,
is this your first time doing that?
Yeah, it's actually not my first time. Shout out to Lumi D and Tony Sunshine. I ended up doing that a couple years back with them. They brought me out. I did that. It's my first time headlining it. I'm doing the Monster Energy stage.
Yes, yes.
And then my big thing right now that's set for me is SOB's June 21st.
I saw that.
It's my first concert series. Usually I'm like one of the most frequently booked artists, right? So I always do club records. So now I usually go to club and I'm doing these remixes and the stuff.
This is yours.
This is mine. So now I get to do the Toxic Happiness stuff, and I can go into like the acapella freestyles, and that's the type of stuff that I was waiting for.
So
and then for them to give me SOBs was so legendary.
That's a big deal.
It's a big thing. So right now I'm just kind of like, let me get this weekend over with so I can just focus on this.
Yeah.
And God willing, the record will probably come out on the same day.
Nice.
So it might be a whole thing.
How was your growing up in the Heights?
It was different.
Are we still there?
No, technically we're still there. Technically we're still there.
I grew up in the Heights too. I grew up in like 187th in Wadsworth.
Okay.
I went to school over there.
Right. So look, I'm from Harlem, from 134 on Broadway, and then I grew up on 181st in Audubon.
Oh wow.
And that's where my family is at. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was interesting. I think it was a little different. I did I want to say like a clip thing for People magazine when I came out, and they filmed me and they asked me these questions about what it was, and I grew up around watching drug dealers.
Audubon was not a joke.
Yeah, like I grew up watching drug dealers. I grew up watching a lot of like the cars, the girls and stuff, and I was inspired by it. But then my thing was also, why do we have so little and they have so much?
Right, right.
You get what I mean? So and it led me to do other things. So
can I ask a question? When you say inspired you, did that mean that was your definition or your vision of success at that moment?
I wouldn't say it was success. I just didn't understand why they were living the way they were. Like it was kind of like I never looked at anybody's like what people acquire as success. Never to this day. Like you can go buy a Lamborghini. To me, that's not being successful. That might be successful to you because maybe that's what you always wanted.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's definitely not what I wanted. Successful to me is family. Successful to me is a whole different meaning for it. But when I saw it, I was inspired by it. Like it was kind of like, wow, look what they're doing. And at that time, it wasn't like now. Back then, you used to get those guys that would buy the whole block ice cream.
Yeah.
So when I shot Playboy, that's what I did. Like I bought the whole block ice cream. Like I used to watch stuff like that. They weren't always the bad guys. You get what I mean?
Yeah, the best thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them would actually do stuff for the community. Yep. So I was inspired by it. And then with years on in, and the way you grow up, things happen, and I kind of just shaded that way. Like, oh, okay, this might be it. This might be it. Till I went to prison, and then when I went to prison, it was kind of just like, wow. You were signing a deal on Thursday, you go to jail Tuesday.
How long were you there for?
I was there for about a year. I was there for about, thank God it was a short, for there's people that do 10, 5.
I know.
It's not
a week is forever there.
Yeah, it's not, honestly, it wasn't the time, it was the time lost.
Yeah.
Because I have
you
kids.
were like so close.
And I was right there, like literally, like there was no reason for, I was about to go do this real big thing and I messed it up. So then I come out and then in my mind I kept telling myself, I can't do this. anymore. Like I just can't do this. Like I have to find something else. I can't do that. I can't go away from my kids, my music, my family, my fans. I was in there and I would get 50 to 60 letters a day from people.
Wow.
You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and I still have them.
Yeah.
And they were they inspired me. They're like, all right, so we have to do something else. I came out and I decided like, yo, I'm gonna just lock myself in the studio. And for like about a year, that's all I did was just record. So it changed who I was. And it made me grow a little bit more.
Definitely.
So then now with the music, it's just kind of like, all right, now I have to focus because this is what I have.
That's the love.
And yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it.
What is fatherhood to you since we're in the month of June? And you mentioned
It's
babies.
everything. It's everything. I have 2 kids. I have a beautiful daughter and a beautiful son. I'm a dad every day. It's the one thing that keeps me
grounded.
Super grounded. Like no matter what it is. Like I just spoke to my son right now, and he's over here talking about Ninja Turtles, and I'm having this interview, and in my mind I'm thinking he's trying to show me the game, and I know you get what I mean. Like, so when I get out of here, I gotta go check the game.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, but it's honestly is that it's kind of like it keeps me humble. I love them. I'm excited to watch them. My daughter does amazing. She's dancing for the Knicks, Justin Bieber.
Love
Like she does amazing stuff. And then he's like the boy, like he wants to play outside. He's out there, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It was definitely a beautiful thing. And Father's Day is coming up, so.
Yeah, what are we doing? Anything
I don't
for
know.
fun? What's
I
your
don't
summer
know.
looking like?
Well, my summer's looking crazy right now. I honestly just want to tour for a little bit. I kind of want to get away and tour and see how good these records do. And I want to experience.
I want to see you out there.
Yeah, I just want to experience a little more. I have another record after Cocaina that's huge as well with another big artist. I can't name him yet.
That's okay.
Yeah, so.
Not even a hint on the DSN show?
Man, I
No,
can't,
no
man.
exclusive?
I can't. I just.
That sucks. Everybody comes here and gives me exclusives.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
Dior's going to keep secrets from me already.
No, don't do that.
Latino to Latino from the Heights. I don't know.
That's how she's trying to bribe me. This is how she's
trying, guys.
I don't know. You should have offered me some mofongo. We would have made it happen. You see? You ain't
Next time when you come back, if you come back, hopefully you will.
No, I will.
I will definitely have a plate for you.
That you see now we're talking.
I didn't know. Now I know.
One of the biggest producers in the world, legendary producers.
Okay.
Is on my record. No, but hey, I gave you something. Te di algo. Como quiere malo.
4 in my head already.
Como quiere malo. No. No, but hopefully, I go on tour right off of this. So
beautiful. I actually thought you would bring your hookah here because
This is what happened.
Obsessed with hookah.
This is what happened.
Stop.
No, this is what happened. I told Mario, is it possible for me to go smoke over there? And he said, you have to be a little more professional. So I said, I can't smoke in the bathroom? Like, I could just take it when I just smoke in the. He was like, no, we cannot.
Your hookah?
Yeah.
That's your vice? That's your thing?
I don't do any drugs.
So that's your thing?
And I barely drink. So that's kind of just my thing. Like, you know what I mean?
It's hilarious.
And it's crazy because I run like 5 to 7 miles every single day.
Do you?
Yeah, like every single day. So, like, it's not affecting anything. I don't think it is.
I love it.
I love
see
hookah.
it everywhere. I'm just like this guy.
No, it's
in the car, the studio, the beach,
the pool,
everywhere.
everywhere. I had it in I was shooting a video. This is how crazy it is. I'm shooting a video, and De La Ghetto's getting his makeup done, and Fat Joe's like sitting next to him. And I walk in the room, and there's a guy just walking, holding my hookah. As I'm smoking, so I'm having the whole conversation with them. I'm just smoking. He goes, he just stands there. I go, listen, right now, that's what we paid him for. We put it in the video budget.
I love it.
And we just kept smoking. He was like, you're freaking crazy.
Pop Daddy used to have the umbrella.
Yeah, but that was kind of my hookah guy.
I love it.
Yeah, I have to. I think, and it also helps me write. Believe it or not, there's not a lot of things that help me write.
Interesting.
I think that's one of the things that just mellows me more out, and then I just get in my thoughts with it. Doesn't do anything.
I could respect that.
Yeah, I don't do anything else. No cigarettes, no nothing.
That's beautiful. How would you describe? We have a few more minutes, but how would you describe your style? Sometimes, and I don't want to offend you, but sometimes when I listen to it, I think of Fabulous.
I get a lot. I get a.
And it's a great thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. Let me tell you something. I love Fab, and to this day I respect him. I think he's one of the dopest. I think it's the punchlines. I think it's a lot of the metaphors. It's the metaphors.
Yeah.
I think it's the slower flow.
Yes.
When I get into doing that, I get that a lot. I get him and Jay a lot.
Yeah, it's like a mixture. But you're still your own person.
No, obviously, but this is influence. You get what I mean? It's influence. Everybody's influenced by somebody. I think we were influenced by. I was influenced by that era, And I used to love, like I loved him, I loved Mace. You get what I mean? So I come from listening to that. So
I love it.
I think it's mainly the punchlines. I think because we go back and forth with that.
Okay, I had to get that off my chest.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Like, all right, I got it off.
Oh, so it's like the Spanish fabulous to just get when you look
I
at
mean,
it.
even though he is, you know, he's half Dominican,
yeah.
but it like when I listen to you, it's reminiscent, and that probably made me even like you even more.
Yeah,
'Cause sometimes familiarity, how you say it?
Familiarity.
When you're more familiar
with it. Nah, I get that a lot, and it's a great comparison. So like, I will never take that offense.
Good stuff.
He's a legend.
I love it. I love that you're here with me.
Thank you.
I found out a lot want you. I respect you.
Thank you so
I
much.
want to see you grow so much more.
I'm trying.
Dope.
I'm trying. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
and
you
if the
so
ladies
much.
love you too, we got loyalty.
No, you do. I think that's one of the things that I love the most is when I get those comments or when I get those DMs from people like, your album helped me.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of girls like y'all was talking about a girl. It's like, no, but we've been there.
It was it was the way you
And I'm excited. That's why I think the SOB concert is gonna be so dope because I get to do the records that I don't get to do always.
Send me the information. I would love to attend.
SOB's June 21st. Go to my Instagram page at CRISTIONDIOR.
Yeah.
And we'll put everything up. It'll be up.
Yeah.
And I'll get your invite. I'll get your ticket.
I
Mario.
would love. Hook it up, Mario.
To Mario ticket. Shout out to the Rough Riders and Sincere. A lot of them helped putting it together.
Yes.
But I'm excited for it. I think that women are a strong base for me. I get that a lot, and I just want to keep being able to deliver. Hopefully, throughout the process.
You will.
What's your favorite record?
I actually love all of them, but Heal and the first one is my favorite.
Okay.
Like Heal touches me. It's just the way you and her vibe. Like I just love
You like it? You like the voicemail part too?
The what?
When the voicemail thing comes in.
I can't stand the voicemail crying part. Who's crying on that track? Is it her?
We don't know.
Is it really is it that girl? Is it real?
The voice. Listen, Heal, Toxic Happiness 2. Go get it. It's exciting.
I'm like, why did he have to put that on? It like gets me crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has such an ugly cry.
Right, yes. Thank God she has an ugly cry.
Wow.
She might deserve that, you know what I mean?
Wow.
You never know.
I got it. Maybe now I respect it a little bit more. Yeah, but I love all the tracks. I listened to the whole thing.
Thank you.
But the first one, I listened to Pray, Heal. Those are like my 3 favorites, yeah.
Yeah, the intro was cool. It was actually the last song we recorded for it.
Okay.
And it was the last one. And I was like, this sounds like the intro. She was like, are you sure? I was like, this sounds like, she lives in LA, so.
Yeah, I know. I would love to have her on.
I can't wait. I'm trying to get her to come to SOBs, but.
It's tough, right?
It's her schedule, and she does so much over there, so. Let's see what happens.
She's such a good singer.
Brianna, if you can.
Please
pull
do.
up. I have a lot of special guests pulling up, so.
I love that. I hope to see you. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you
Mr.
for having me. Thank you so much.
I love you already.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show because I sure did have a great time. Thank you to all my guests that were here and trusted me with my platform to come on and show their face and give their stories. Happy June again. I hope everybody's going to enjoy their summer. Be safe out there. Let's empower each other. Let's love each other. Let's love up on each other.
Yes.
And if not, you better get in line. It's your girl, The Essence, right here each and every Wednesday on BronxNet, Files 34, Optimum 68 at 9 p.m. You can find me at Miss The Essence 1 on Instagram and all other platforms. Have a good night, y'all.
Get in line for the dopest girl show. The Essence will be holding us down. Get in line, women running the world. Wednesday 6:30, let's have a good time. Get in line, free your mind. Let the music help you celebrate life. Get sexy. Get in line, keep it real. Get empowered and inspired to feel. Get in line. Love the essence madly. Bright sky.
What's up? This is Danny Peralta from The Point. You're here with The Essence. Get in line.
I'm sending this text message because I need to get on the The Essence show, because if anybody is going to understand what I'm doing and really support it, I need to be on The Essence show. So get in line. This is your boy Romanes, the funny Latino from the Bronx with love.
What's up? It's your boy Cristion that everybody hates Chris, and you're now tuned into the Essence Show. Get in line right now.